Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Winston now to throw on first down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Winston.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Winston.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Back to throw again.
Again, he targets more. This one is complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll look to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's caught left side by Landry.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's
got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Bryan Edwards
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Being chased out left. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
He'll buy some time right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Forced out to his left.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not...
And that is caught, and he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Jameis now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Winston now.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
A give. This is Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll run here with ETN.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Winston. And able to connect with Berrios. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. The drive starts with a completion left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
second down and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his veteran tight end Landry.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, Carter Landry maybe doesn't have the speed he once had in his Longhorn days, but he showed a nice little burst after that catch.
Almost like he had a little bit of a throwback there, huh, partner? Because while he was never really a burner, he did have the ability to outrun linebackers. And here, as you described, he looked like the 2014 Carter Landry, and he rumbled for a big gain.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work. To do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blip.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. It's Davis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And take it right on the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
That's pulled in, the veteran Carter Landry.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route, and he was able to get enough separation.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. To throw, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Uncorks one for Davis, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Winston. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A carry here for Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Kareem Hunt,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
Winston's throw complete there to Berrios.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Winston. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Another game of interest in the AFC East has us checking in on the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. Drew Lock, a touchdown pass in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter. Number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter.
And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
2nd and 16.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I